you can see, iba yung episode natin today because I'm with my Miss Universe Philippines sister, Miss Cristel of Aklan. Wow, of Aklan! Representing the Aklan. And Miss Carol of Misamis-Ari.
Hello! Hello, hello!
So, obvious naman, based sa stories namin and everything, posts na kami yung mga magbe-best friend. Bye-bye, Giselle!
Oh my God! We miss
Joke
you,
lang.
Giselle.
Oo,
Yeah.
Giselle, we wish you could be here.
Oo.
While we are answering your assumptions, whether we agree or disagree with those assumptions, shout out muna to Rihanna! Thank you so much!
Hi, Rihanna! No, shout out to Rihanna and Tiny Oven. Tiny Oven yung nag-bake ng mga, they call it banana cake, but they call it yanana.
Yanana cake?
Yanana cake. Sorry ha, yanana
Basta
cake.
yan.
Yeah.
So check them out guys on Instagram. Lalagay ko na lang somewhere in the screen yung
Wow! Iba talaga! Iba talaga!
Iba talaga pag YouTuber.
Oh, and don't forget, okay, check out our vlog on Cristel's channel. Again, lalagay ko na lang dito.
Somewhere!
Yung click.
Yung name para mapanood nyo rin naman yung sinasagot namin yung questions about our pageantry. Anyways, may goal kami guys. Low-bat na yung camera and we're running low on space. Kaya, in less than 20 minutes,
we will answer 20.
Rapid
10
fire!
naman. 10. Okay, so we'll start with some of your assumptions. Again, we can't answer everything, but thank you so much for submitting your responses and your assumptions on beauty pageantry. And some of them are very similar, so papagsama-sama na lang natin yan. The first one we will answer is, my favorite tisimba or may luto.
Agad-agad ganang question! Yun yung first
Bigla na din ako pa sa'yo.
Or may luto daw in pageantry. Ayan. So,
Go, Nin!
may takers ba? O sige.
Ikaw muna.
Ako na lang. Okay. I think definitely my favoritism because as humans, meron tayong sariling preferences. And I will end at that. Meron due to our personal preferences. What about you guys? May iba pa ba kayong ideas?
Iniisip ko kasi yung word na favoritism because it's really hard to think of that when you're in a competition like this. But at the same time, you would understand that people will have their own biases. And hindi lamang yan sa judges ha, but even the fans, di ba? May kanya-kanya tayong gusto na kandidata. Depende on what we see a beauty queen should be or sino yung mas nag-a-appeal sa atin. And that's very understandable. Lahat naman talaga ng bagay sa mundo. Wow! Di ba ganun? Lahat naman ng bagay sa mundo talaga is affected by our own perspective. So, like, it's not just in pageantry but also in life na iba-iba tayo ng pananaw and may sarili tayong mga views on things and may mga sarili tayong favorites. So, acceptable lang yun.
Yeah. Like, as they've said, it does... I mean, I guess you can say it's not really a negative thing to have favoritism. It does exist. And it's also unavoidable. And I think that's just something you have to accept lang, I guess. And what matters is how you will, how you will work with it. Kunyari kung iba yung favorite, parang what will you do to But I think also when it comes to pageantry then, like, although there are favorites and favoritism and maybe biases, I think at the end of the day, what matters most is how you will perform, because when it comes to performing sa finals, sa prelims, I feel like we're all
on the same
we start on the same level, like same
Yes.
playing field. So it really depends on how you will bring it. Kaya yun, just depende sa'yo.
Yeah, tsaka I do believe naman that judges are professional. So even when they have their own biases, they will still look at the different candidates on stage and they will judge them based on the criteria given to them. So at the end of the day talaga, it's still fair objectively.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, next, second assumption. Owns lots of long gowns and dresses. Hindi po siya totoo.
Hindi po siya owned. Borrowed po siya.
Borrowed lahat. As in, lahat. Wala kaming...
Yeah, we don't own them. Maybe some. Meron naman iba kasi nag-i-invest. I remember, super cute ni Sasha. So, si Romblon. Kasi she keeps her gown. And tapos, meron siyang mga mannequins. Like, throughout her pageant journey hindi lamang sa Miss Universe Philippines. So she keeps her gown to remind her of the experiences. Yeah, sure. To remind her of her experiences. So may mga ganun na nagko-collect. Pero like for me, nagbaborrow lang din ako.
True naman.
Yeah.
So that's not true, guys. Okay.
Yeah. And also,
we don't own them.
Yeah, and I don't think any of us can really afford
But we're so grateful for all the designers that put their trust in us. Grabe talaga. Like, we're so happy na mag-message lang kami, can we borrow some of your clothes?
True,
As long as we take care of them lang talaga. They were very happy to help us. So, happy din kami.
Yeah.
Okay, eto, medyo may atake. Joke. Sabi niya, naghahanap ng sugar daddy. Ha, char. Pero yun yung madalas kong naririnig. Which is true, ha? Just to like give you an initial, first timer in pageantry, the reason why I didn't join right away when I knew I was going to is because of this assumption of people. And we just want to tell you that it's not true. We definitely disagree, and right now, pageantry has evolved to empower women and not for it to be a stepping stone to a better life. No, it's different. It's more of the phenomenal women giving or inspiring people to live a better life. Baliktad na siya.
Yeah. Pero I guess it also parang came from rumors kasi before pa, like what pageantry is about. But then again, I agree with Ninya, pageants evolved, and right now it really has become a powerful platform for women like us, and we have to recognize that it is capable of changing. So I do understand that there are situations like that, hindi man Miss Universe Philippines, pero baka may mga pageants somewhere in this world na may ganong nangyayari, and yun yung kailangan talaga i-address kasi as I shared with you, nag-evolve yung pageantry, and we have to accept the fact that it has become more than just like a parade of women, beautiful women. It has
like
really
objectifying
hindi na po siya ganun, mga pa siguro 1950s pa yan. Hindi na siya ganun and that's something that we are in a position to correct people about.
Yes.
Kasi in our experience, talagang nakaka-empower siya na na
itself.
Yeah, nakaka-empower siya na journey for all of us. So
that's true.
Yeah, and also to be honest, also to add, like with our batch of girls, I think each of us were very, very hardworking, very, very committed and focused. That we didn't even parang. Well, ako at least, it didn't even cross my mind. Like, parang like, sino bang makakausap ng
wala
diba? Like, parang that wasn't in any of our plans or
Yung fourth is, mayaman daw ang mga beauty queen. Not all, I guess?
No.
Not
how
all.
I wish.
No.
Sana all.
Yeah, sana. But no, not at all.
No, but it is expensive to join a pageant.
It is expensive, yes. It is expensive. Either expensive or you find your ways through networking.
Yeah.
Through connecting with different kinds of people. But for the most part, it does cost.
It is expensive, but you can lessen your cost when you widen your network. You reach out to people. Because at the end of the day naman talaga sa journey mo, kailangan may kasama ka. And you have to recognize that it's not just you. It's not just you spending money. You also have to welcome people in your journey.
That's true. Okay, the fifth one naman is beauty queens are reliable and will do their role as a queen to help their community.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, that's the purpose of us joining. We're not joining just like para lang, like Carol said, to parade ourselves. There's a bigger purpose as to why we join, and we really want to utilize the role that we're given that not many are given. So it's also, there is you know, we're lucky to be in this position because I can see that other girls would probably want to be in the same position as we are.
Yeah.
So I think we are very grateful for that, and the reason why we do join is because we do want to make that difference and we do want to make that impact to our community.
Yes, that's right. Okay, I think this is our
But
sixth.
like, I would just like to add then, sometimes we forget na when a woman joins beauty pageant, it can also be not for the reason of just impacting the community. It's about herself. And that's okay. If you're joining
Also
for yourself,
okay.
for your growth, because you want to explore, you want to empower yourself, you want to be surrounded by inspiring women, that's also a good reason to join beauty pageants. So sometimes people like are aggressive na dapat may advocacy ka, dapat ganito ka, dapat may ginawa ka na sa community mo para ma-deserve mo yung crown. But you know, for me, if you did it in order to better yourself, that's also a good reason to join pageantry.
Very true,
And it has to start
with
from you, with you.
Yeah.
And so, yung impact niya sa community, darating yun pag na-empower niya na yung sarili niya. And it takes a process. And if joining pageant is the first step for that process to take place, then so be it.
Yeah. That's very true.
It shouldn't be taken against a girl if she wants to join for herself.
Yeah. Very, very true. Because I think sorry Nina, one thing that we learned that was very important in like throughout our journey was you can't empower someone else unless you yourself are empowered first. And I really took that to heart. To heart? But I really took that to heart, and I thought that really changed my perspective on the term empowerment. You know, so I really like that.
Yes, I don't have anything to add, guys. Okay, but eto, assumption again, needs to be in a certain height and weight to enter.
Go.
Ayan.
Go.
Definitely height, yes, kasi nandun yun sa requirements. But the weight...
5'5" minimum, yes.
But the weight, guys, I actually entered na hindi ako ganito kapayat.
Insert natin photo mo here.
Oo, sige, hanap ako ng nightmare throwback gang. Hey guys, so obviously nasa ibang setup na ako and mag-isa na lang ako because namatay yung camera kanina. I'm very sorry about that. But let us finish the 10 assumptions. Let us recap on the 6th assumption, which is that a beauty queen needs to be in a certain height and weight. So we answered that yes, certain height, which is 5'5" for Miss Universe Philippines, but certain weight, not exactly. Because ako, when I joined, I was a little bit on the heavy side for my bracket. I mean, you all know like where I started. So, doon parang just gauge it there. Of course, like if you join a pageant, you do have to be like fit or at least into dieting, because ako, I had to diet and exercise going closer to the coronation and as I went on with my journey. So when you apply, I believe you do have to show some amount of discipline with your lifestyle and your body. So it's important, but you don't have to weigh a certain number of pounds if that's what your question is. So let's move on to the 7th assumption that we will answer. Dapat may training camp. If not, hindi makakapasok for a national pageant. So as earlier mentioned by Carol, Miss Misamis Oriental, we were both not affiliated with any camp. Walk-ins lang kami. Hindi man lang kami connected to any accredited partner. So I would say that no, it's not true that you need to be a part of a camp in order to be able to join a national pageant. Yun. Huminga pa no? The 8th assumption would be that we have to be finessed at all times, which is poised at the same time. Yes, definitely at all times, because I believe that being a queen is a lifestyle, and it's always gonna show if you're pretending you're finessed or you're poised. So it would help a lot if you practice being poised no matter where you are, so that it comes naturally. But don't get me wrong, we do have our really fun times and our quirky times. If you mean all times as in kahit yung private na, like kahit yung tipong gumagala kami outside the pageant, then there is a certain level of finesse and poise that we have to observe at all times because we are public figures from now on. But we don't always have to be like super poised na tipong hindi na fun, alam mo yan. So we can still be fun, we can still be spontaneous and a little bit funny or quirky, especially when we're outside of the pageant. Okay, so second to the last assumption that we will answer is you have to have your whole team in joining national pageants. I would say that it's a no and a yes at the same time because I started my journey as well as Caroline, Miss Sam's Oriental. We started, I would have to say no and yes at the same time. No, because I personally started my journey without a team, with just me and my family. So that's the no part. However, as you go on in your journey, people do recognize you and people do meet, you meet people along the way, and that's when things will get a little more complicated. Like for us, we had requirements to submit, so in that sense, you do need your team because they will lighten the burden of joining a pageant. At least other people are helping you, they're thinking of things for you, they are doing their purpose para mas gumaan yung load mo. So you don't have to have a team, but it would greatly help you in your journey if you do have your own team. And last assumption that we will tackle is that maraming kailangan and conditions. I would say kung kailangan like material stuff, then I would say yes, because in a pageant, common known is na we should know how to do our own hair and makeup. So you should at least have your own basic set of makeup and even hair tools. If you don't have that, then you could at least find someone to borrow. So yes, in terms of like material stuff, you do need quite a lot of stuff because you also need accessories, you need clothes, you need makeup, hair tools, and kung conditions. Then if this is like conditions when you get in now, when you're a candidate, then I would also say that there aren't a lot, but there are restrictions, especially when it comes to sponsorships and things you can post online and not post online. There are certain restrictions, like if you have a personal sponsor na conflict sa sponsor nyo sa pageant, then you would have to settle that with your personal sponsor. And if you have ongoing contracts that will conflict your contract with a pageant, then you also have to settle those things. Kung conditions like in terms of your personal life, wala naman masyado because they don't meddle into those things. Their concern is you as a candidate in the pageant. So yung conditions would run around that arena and not necessarily like personal life conditions. So ayun, but if it's like conditions na bawal mag-asawa, then yeah, of course, nasa requirements naman yon, and you'll be able to read that before you apply. So ayun, that is the end of our assumptions video. We answered 10 of your assumptions, and I'm very sorry again guys na namatayan kami ng camera kanina, so I had to finish it on my own. But rest assured, this will not be the last video wherein I guessed some of my Miss Universe Philippines sisters. Definitely we will work things out so that we could do this again. It was so much fun filming this for you guys. I hope na nakatulong kami mag-clear out ng some of your assumptions about pageantry, because you know, as a person, ako rin, I had so much assumptions, and I was really glad na some of my personal assumptions were brought up. And yun, if you want more pageant related videos, then do give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Ring the bell so that you know whenever I upload a video. And I upload every Tuesdays at 6 p.m. And since I am done with the pageant and I'm more free now, then I plan to upload surprise videos. And do make sure that you ring the bell so that you would know kapag may surprise video. Anyways guys, again, thank you so much, my warriors, for watching this video. And before I end, I'd just like to shout out to Miss Diane of Add On and Eve. She made my beautiful earrings. It's a really beautiful big flower, you know, super statement siya, and I love it so much. Thank you so much, Miss Diane. Yun lang guys. I hope again you enjoyed this vlog. Share this with your friends, and if you want me to do more pageant related videos, leave it down in the comment section below and I will be sure to read all your comments. I love you all, my warriors, and let us keep fighting the good fight in life. God bless us all, and this has been Life with Ninya. Bye!